Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Rosemount Middle School in Rosemount, Minnesota. This is Carl Kinseth again, bringing you the live stream for Rosemount High versus Apple Valley High School. We've got about 15 minutes. The teams have gone off to their respective gathering spots and should come back out in about 10 minutes. And then we'll have announcements. We'll have the national anthem, and then we will get started. We should get started right about 6 o'clock. Refs are here. Both teams are here. All the coaches seem to be here. So I will be back with you again at about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, about 13, 14 minutes from now. For now, I'm going to go on mute, though. right, your Irish swim and dive are coming onto the pool deck. Announcements are going to start up here in just a second. You will hear them kind of. And then we'll have the national anthem. Tonight, this is the Apple Valley Eagles that are on the Rosemount Irish pool deck. Scott Pearson, head coach. Head official from Minnesota State High School League is here tonight, Jim Marshall. Our referee. Leading the Apple Valley Eagles tonight, their captains are Brady Chisholm, Evan Tulishi, Nico Pearson, Bridget Cook. The Eagles of Apple Valley are coached by Scott Pearson, the head coach, and assistant coach, Maura Shea. Now for the home team, Rosemount Irish. Leading the Irish are captains Evan Kinson, Jacob Olson, Parker Pedersen, and Brendan Bird. Rosemount coaches are head coach Jay Kenyon, assistant coaches Emily Gabriel, Jeff Nelson, and guiding coach Dan Monahan, along with our strength and conditioning coach Dr. Jim Conway. For the courtesy of swimmers and divers tonight, we request that you turn off or turn down your cell phones to silent mode and please be quiet for the beginning of each of the races before we start. Please don't flash the time. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand, remove your caps, and say along as we honor our nation and those who have served defending our freedom with our national anthem. Pool's open, right? First event for tonight will be the 250 relay varsity. All right, up first, we got event number 2. There is no JV for the 200 medley relay tonight. Apple Valley in lane 1, 3, and 5. Rosemount in 2, 4, and 6 this evening. As I mentioned, our 2 officials tonight, Jim Marshall, head referee here in Minnesota, and Bill McCann will be your starter. Apple Valley captains, Brady Chisholm, Evan Talashi, Nico Pearson, and Bridger Cork. Eagles again coached by Scott Pearson and Maura Shea. Rosemount Irish, your captains, Evan Kinseth, Jacob Olson, Parker Pedersen, and Brennan Worth. Of course, your head coach for Rosemount is Jake Kemna, assistant coach Emily Gabriel, Jeff Nelson, diving coach is Dan Monahan, and your strength and conditioning coach is Dr. Conboy. All right, here we go with the first event of the evening. Again, welcome to the live stream. Looks like there's about 17 people on. Go ahead and throw some shout outs. I'll put them onto the live stream, so if the boys watch it back, they will be able to hear those shout outs. I think I've also got the chat streaming back, so you should be able to see that as well. In lane number 1, Backstroke, Justin Pearson. Lane 2, Matthew Warwick. 3, Jovan Langseth. 4, Sawyer Smith. And 5, Aiden Kale. Matthew Warwick leading the way there. Alex Hoff on the breaststroke. In lane number 2, Apple Valley, Luke Klopp. In lane number 1, entering the water right now. In lane number 3, Ben Fowler. 4, Brennan Worth. And in 5, Evan Talashi. Alex still leading the way in lane number 2 here. But Ben Fowler making up some time and catching up, passing him. Now in the water in lane number 3 is Brady Chisholm in the butterfly. Lane 4, Spencer Rudd. Lane 2, Jacob Olson. Lane number 1, Dylan Amarabandu. And in 5 is Gabe Lenzen. Brady Chisholm is going to touch first in the fly, and that is going to send Bridger Cook into the water in lane number 3. Lane number 4, Evan Kinseth. And in lane number 2 right now, Tristan Timbers. Got a good race going here. Evan is catching and looked like he's going to get the lead and the finish to 1:49.71. In lane number 5 right now from Apple Valley is Cole Armstrong, and in lane number 1 is Ethan Terrell. At second position, Apple Valley at 1:49.94. Apologies, Rosemount 1:49.94, and Apple Valley at 1:50.09. Good race right there. Oh, we've got a shout out for Matthew Ryman from Grandma in beautiful downtown Esco, Minnesota. Welcome. Up next is event number 4. This is Varsity 200 Freestyle. Again, no JV. In lane number 2 will be Will Durfee. Lane 3, fresh out of the 2 medley relay, is Brady Chisholm. Lane 4, Josh Sikorsky from Rosemount. Lane 5, Bridger Cook, Apple Valley. And lane 6, Alex Hoff from Rosemount. Brady in lane number 3 with the early lead here at the first turn. First 50 turn, I should say. With Will Durfee in lane number 2 right about at his hip. Brady at the 100, Will about 2 body lengths behind him, and in lane 4, Josh Sikorsky about body length or so behind Will. From the Dennis F. Durfee account, go Will, grandparents in Eugene, Oregon. Well, unless Miss Allison Warwick pipes in here, you guys right now are the farthest away that are watching. Again, Will is in lane number 2, holding on to that second position here in the 200 freestyle with about 35 yards left to go. Brady is going to win this one. He's got almost a half a pool length on the rest of the group. and is going to touch the wall at 154.31. Will right behind him at 158.99, and Josh Sikorsky at 201.35. Lane number 6, Alex Hoff, touches at 205.11. Finishing up in lane number 5 is Bridger Cook. About 5 yards left to go. And touches in 220.83. Another shout out for Matthew Ryman, this time from Grandma Marianne in International Falls. She says hi. Oh, she says hi to Grandma Sharon. Obviously they know each other. International Falls, it's cold stuff up there right now. Another varsity heat. It's going to be a fast meet. Boys, 200-yard IM. Butterfly back breast and free. 50 yards of each. Lane number 1, Gabe Lenzen. Lane number 2, Brennan Worth from Rosemount. Lane 3, Jovan Langseth from Apple Valley. In 4, Jacob Olson from Rosemount. 5, Nico Pearson from Apple Valley. And in lane number 6 is Parker Pedersen from Rosemount. Lanes 3 and 4 touch at the same time. 2 100ths apart between Jovan and Jacob. Brennan is right there in the backstroke. He's about half a body length behind in lane number 2. But he's got a very good breaststroke, so you got to look out for that. And they flipped in the backstroke at the same time. Jovan and Jacob. Pretty good race here. It looks like Jovan's got a little bit of a lead now over Jacob with this backstroke as they turn into their breaststroke lengths. And watch out for lane number 2. Here comes Brennan. He's already made up quite a bit of ground. From Annie or Ani Langseth, I apologize, I'm not sure which. Go Jovan. Brennan has made up almost all the ground here in lane number 2. So we're going to have a threesome touching the wall right about the same, and they all do right about the same time. So it's going to come down to the freestyle. Jovan and Jacob have started to walk away a little bit from Brennan. They flip same time, 25 yards left to go. It's going to be a race to the final touch here. Oh, and Jovan might have just a little bit on him. It's going to be super close. And Jovan does get him in lane number 3 at 213.96. And 214.32 for Jacob in lane number 4. Lane number 2, Brennan at 216.88. Touching next in lane number 5, 225.73 is Nico Pearson. Lane number 6, 228.15, Parker Pedersen. And in lane number 1, Gabe Lenzen with 238.47. Jeff Nelson, I wondered where you were tonight. Miss you here, Coach. Thanks for watching, and grab the popcorn. All right, up next is our 50 freestyle. We do have a junior varsity. We have 2 junior varsity heats here. First heat is all Apple Valley. Yep, we got lanes number 2 and 4. So we got Luke Klopp in lane number 2. And in lane 4, Jack Drawler. Both from Apple Valley. The meet sheet here shows Luke is a 12-year-old. It's a pretty good time, 29.39. and Jack at 45.21. Heat number 2 here, we have a full heat of JV. Lane number 1 is going to be Zuber Mohammed. Lane 2, Evan Pettit. Lane 3, Dylan Amara Bandu. That one's going to get me every time, folks. Lane 4, Dylan Everett from Rosemount. Lane 5, Gavin Curry from Apple Valley. And lane 6, Ethan Connolly from Rosemount. Again, Rosemount is 2, 4, and 6. Apple Valley 1, 3, and 5. Got another, boy, we got a big crowd for Matthew Ryman online tonight. Cheers for Matthew from Papa Steve and Julie in Renville, Minnesota. Lane number 4 is going to take this one. It's Dylan Everett, and he touches at 28.55. Second position is lane number 3 at 30.80. That is Dylan Amarabandu. I think I got it right that time. And at third position, lane number 2 is Evan Pettit at 31.51. Up next is your varsity heat. Lane number 1, Nico Pearson, Apple Valley. Lane 2, Sawyer Smith, Rosemount. 3, Riley LeBon, Apple Valley. 4, Matthew Warwick from Rosemount. Lane 5, Bridger Cook, Apple Valley. And in lane 6, Matthew Ryman. For all you Ryman fans out there tonight, he is in lane number 6, obviously from Rosemount. Had a good race out right from the beginning. Lane number 4 is Matthew Warwick. And he looks like he's going to take this heat. Battle here is going to be for second place. Riley LeBon looks like he may get it. Nope, lane 2. Sawyer Smith just touches him out in 25.10. Riley at 25.13. Again, Matthew wins it in lane 4 at 23.80. So we've got a few minutes here, and we'll have diving. I think we have 4 or 5 divers tonight between Rosemount and Apple Valley. So they will gather the divers together now. And we will move to the diving portion here in just a few minutes. I'm going to go on mute. It's going to get quiet. But don't fret. I will be back. Okay, our order for diving tonight looks like we have Jack Groller from Apple Valley will be first. Zach Manwarin will be in second position. Third position, I'm sorry, Zach is from Rosemount. Aiden Kale from Apple Valley High School will be in third position. Fourth position from Rosemount, Will Kerrigan. And in the fifth and final position, Lucas Gerton from Rosemount. Okay, up first, Jack Groller, first dive, 101C, forward dive tuck, difficulty 1.2. Scores 2.5, 2.5, and 3. Up next, Zach, 103C, front 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Scores 3.5, 4.5, 4. Up next is Aiden with a 102C, forward 1 somersault tuck, 1.4. Scores 3.5, 4, 3.5. Will Kerrigan, 103B, front 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. Scores 5.5, 5, 6.5. Lucas, 103B, front 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. Scores 6.5, 8, and 7. Starting round number 2, Jack, 102C, forward, 1 somersault tuck, 1.4. A 102C, front, 1 somersault tuck.
Forward.
What did I say?
Front.
Oh, I'm sorry, forward. Sorry about that, kiddo. Forward, 1 somersault tuck, 1.4. Scores 2.5, 2, and 3. Zach with a 104C, front, 2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Scores 4.5, 5, 5.5. Aiden with a 51-21D, forward, 1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Scores, fail dive. Up next is Will with a 104C, front, 2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Scores 4.5, 5, and 5. Lucas, 105B, front, 2.5 somersault pike, 2.6. Scores 5.5, 6, and 6. Starting round number 3, Jack with a 51-21D, forward, 1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Scores 3.5, 2, and 3.5. Zach, 51-22D, front, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. Scores 4, 4.5, 4.5. Aiden, 103C, forward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Scores 3, 3.5, and 4. Will, 403C, inward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Scores 3.5, 3.5, 4.5. Lucas, 203C, back, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.0. Scores 5, 5.5, and 6. Starting round number 4, Jack, 52-11A, back dive, half twist, 1.8. Scores 2.5, 2, and 2. Zach, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Scores 3.5, 4, and 4. Aiden, 201A, back dive, 1.7. Scores 2.5, 4, and 4.5. Will, 203C, back, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.0. Scores 3.5, 3.5, 4.5. Lucas, 52-33D, back, 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist, 2.5. Scores 5, 5, and 7. Starting round number 5, Jack, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Scores 3, 3, 2.5. Zach, 201A, back dive, 1.7. Scores 4, 4.5, and 5. Aiden with a 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Scores 4, 4.5, 4.5. Will, 303C, reverse, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.1. Scores 2.5, 3, and 4. Lucas, 403B, inward, 1.5 somersault pike, 2.4. Scores 6, 7, and 6. Starting our final round of diving, Zach, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. That will be a fail dive. Aiden, 5211A, back dive, half twist, 1.9. Scores 3, 3.5, 3.5. Will, 5231D, back, 1.5 somersault free, 2.1. 5231D. Scores 3, 3, 3.5. Our final dive of the evening, Lucas, 404C, inward, 2 somersault, tuck, 2.8. Scores 6, 6, and 6. That concludes diving for this evening. We'll have scores shortly, and we'll have about a 10-minute warm-up. And we have Chuck-a-Duck. Don't forget to get your Chuck-a-Ducks. We have 2 $25 gift cards to Trail Stop and a couple of gift cards to Los Lobos? Where is it? Los Tortillas. Not Los Lobos is something different. Los Tortillas. 2 of them to Los Tortillas, 2 of them to Trail Stop. Yep. All right, as I mentioned, we're going to have about a 10-minute break as people come and go. We got Chuck-a-Duck going on here. Number 18 is our first Chuck-a-Duck. It looks like we have a winner. Got their hand up down there. We got number 7. 7, 3, and 18. Oh, we got 7 right here. 10-minute warm-up is just starting, so we will let them get on with that, and then we will begin with the 100 fly. I'll have results hopefully fairly soon for the diving, and as soon as we do, I will bring those to you as well. Got about 25 of you still on tonight. Thank you again very much. It's great to have you on. We're in a bit of a pause right now while they get their 10-minute warm-up in after diving and before the 100 fly. As I mentioned, 100 fly, it's going to be varsity. We're only got 4 swimmers in the 100 fly before we move on to the 100 freestyle. So I will be back with you. We'll go on mute, and it should be another 6 or 7 minutes. Just fixing one thing, so you're going to see a black screen, but don't worry, we are still here. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to get the senior spotlight to work here. So you're going to see some goofy stuff here for the next couple minutes. It's just me. Well, it looks like I'm not going to get it, so I'm going to have to do the senior spotlights next week or try to get it at the end. But I apologize for that. Getting back to the meet now. We got the 100 fly. For this boys 100-yard butterfly, we've got Spencer Rudd in lane number 2 from Rosemount. Lane number 3 is Jovan Langseth from Apple Valley. Lane 4, Evan Kinseth from Rosemount. And in lane 6 will be Sawyer Smith from Rosemount. Evan coming in at the early lead at the 50. Jovan touching in lane number 3 right there with Spencer in lane number 2. Lane number 6, Sawyer Smith, not too far out of the mix. Evan touching first at 56.22. In the second position in lane number 3 is Jovan Langseth at 59.45. Lane number 2, Spencer Rudd, 59.61. And Sawyer in that fourth position at 103.01. Up next is the boys 100-yard freestyle. This is a JV. There are, looks like 2 JV heats here. The first heat is 2 of the young ones from Apple Valley. And it looks like just Gavin Curry from Apple Valley in lane number 3. Gavin finishing up a good swim there at 110.45. 5 seconds down from his entry time of 1:15.03. Up next is the second and final heat of the junior varsity. Lane number 1 from Apple Valley is going to be Zuber Mohammed. Lane 2, Lucas Wilhelmi from Rosemount. 3, Christian Klein, Apple Valley. In 4, Ethan Connolly from Rosemount. 5, Nicholas Kaiser from Apple Valley. And in lane 6, Evan Pettit from Rosemount. Lucas with the early lead out there in lane number 2. Still got a good lead over the rest of the group here. Lucas, a football player by trade, decided to come out and swim this year in the off season. Makes his flip turn there at 31.84. Lucas last week, the first time, went under 30 seconds for his 50 free. Quite the accomplishment. Entered at 132.96. Battle for second place going on right now between 3 and 5, Christian and Nicholas, with Ethan Connolly and Evan Pettit right behind them. But here comes Lucas. He is going to win this heat. Lucas entered again at 132.9. He's going to destroy that at 108.65. Best time for the season. Lane number 5 next at 111.26 is Nicholas Kaiser. Lane 3, 113.76. Christian Klein rounds out the top 3. Next, 100-yard freestyle Varsity. Up next is event number 14. This is the boys varsity 100-yard freestyle. Lane number 1 from Apple Valley, Justin Pearson. Lane 2, Alex Hoff from Rosemount. 3, Ben Fowler, Apple Valley. Lane number 4, Josh Sikorsky from Rosemount. 5, Evan Talashi from Apple Valley. And in lane 6, Josh Soleil from Rosemount. Josh Sikorsky with the early lead at the first flip turn. Two lengths down, 2 to go. Josh at the turn at 25.87. Battle for second place between Alex and Ben. Ben from Apple Valley, Alex from Rosemount. Flip turn same time. Josh is going to take this heat. Ben and Alex are going nuts here. They are really battling for that second spot. It's going to be too close to call. 53.69 for Josh in lane number 4. 12/100 of a second separating Alex and Ben. But Alex took it with 55.71 in lane number 2. Lane number 3, Ben Fowler, 55.83. Okay, up next is the boys varsity 500-yard freestyle. Lane number 1, Gabe Lenzen from Apple Valley. Lane 2, Parker Pedersen from Rosemount. In lane 3, Brady Chisholm from Apple Valley. Lane 4, Will Durfee from Rosemount. Lane 5, Riley LeBon from Apple Valley. And in lane 6, Tristan Timbers. Real quick, I've got the results from diving. In the 5th position, 5th place, I should say, is Jack Roller from Apple Valley at 59 points. In fourth place, Aiden Kale from Apple Valley, 87.1. In third place with 118.25 is Zach Manwaring. In second place, Will Kerrigan from Rosemount, 149. And in first place from Rosemount High School, Lucas Gerton with 253.55. We've got a pretty good battle here for first place. Lanes 3, 4, and 6. That is Brady, Will, and Tristan Timbers. Brady does make the turn at length number 5 first, but Tristan right on his heels out there in lane number 6. I've known Brady a long time, coached him myself. I think he's probably going to hold on here. He's pretty strong, pretty big kid, pretty strong swimmer. So I would guess would take this 500. So between Will and Tristan will probably be for that second position. Halfway point, Brady Chisholm in lane number 3, touching 31.36 on that split. Group is starting to spread out a little bit now. Will is solidly in that second position in lane number 4. Parker's right on him, though. Parker's a good 500 freestyler. It's one of his specialties here in Rosemount Swim and Dive. But Tristan's still fighting out there in lane number 6. But Will better look out for Parker. Parker knows how to swim this event, so we might see him make a move here. Parker solidly in that third position there in lane number 2 right now. Five lengths left to go for Brady. Solid lead here in this event. That gap is closing a little bit between Parker and Will, but Will still does have the lead by about a body length and a half. Turning at 14 with 6 lengths left is lane number 5. That is Riley LeBon. Well, looks like he's picked up the pace a little bit here on Parker. Widening that gap a little bit. Two lengths left to go. This is the bell lap for Brady Chisholm there in lane number 3. 2 lengths left for Will as well. Say that a couple times fast. And Parker. Tristan coming in lane number 6. He'll have 2 lengths left at this turn. But here comes Brady. He's going to have a pretty good time, actually. He should be happy with this in lane number 3. He's going to be 5:08.60. Will Durfee is going to finish second, lane number 4 at 5:18.80. And third position, Parker at 5:25.38. Tristan out there in lane number 6 at 5:37.32. He had a no time coming into this, so probably his first swim of the season for the 500 freestyle. Welcome to the longest event in high school, Tristan. Comes Riley in lane number 5, his final few yards left to go. Touching at 5:59.82, just under that 6-minute mark. And finishing up here is Gabe in lane number 1 at 6:09 flat. Up next is the 200 free relay, junior varsity. This is going to be Apple Valley only. First in the water here for Apple Valley is Justin Pearson, followed by Jack Groller, Zuber Mohammed, and Gavin Curry. Again in the water right now, Jack Groller from Apple Valley. Now into the water, Zuber Mohammed. And the final position, the last 2 lengths of the 2 free relay for the junior varsity is Gavin Curry in lane number 3 from Apple Valley. All right, Gavin finishes up for his team at 2:23.39. Next up is the varsity event for the 200 free relay. Starting off, lane number 1, Christian Klein. 2, Brennan Worth. 3, Evan Talashi. Lane 4, Evan Kinsa. 5, Cole Armstrong. And in lane number 6, Dylan Everett. Next in the water, lane number 1, Ethan Terrell. 2, Alex Hoff. 3, Nico Pearson. 4, Matthew Warwick. 5, Aiden Kale. And in lane 6 will be Ethan Connolly. Third position's in the water now. Nicholas Kaiser in lane number 1. Lane 2, Will Durfee. 3, Jovan Langseth. 4, Josh Sikorsky. 5, Luke Klopp. And in lane 6, Lucas Wilhelmi. Finishing up in the 4th position, Dylan Amarabandu in lane number 1. Parker Pedersen in 2, Riley Laban in 3, Tristan Timbers in 4, 5, Gabe Lenzen, and in lane 6, Evan Pettit. Tristan finishing up for lane number 4, Rosemount 136.52. Next in lane 3 at 142.20, Riley Laban. And Parker Pedersen in lane 2 at 143.25 for his team. Up next is the junior varsity event of the 100-yard backstroke, event number 19. All Apple Valley, 1, 3, and 5. Dylan Amarabandu in 1, Christian Klein in 3, and Ethan Terrell in 5. Dylan in lane number 1, fresh out of that anchor leg in the 2 free relay, so he's going to be nice and tired. But sometimes he gets their heart rates up and they perform at a higher level. So we'll see what happens with Dylan here in lane number 1. Christian Klein, a slight lead over the group in lane number 3. Dylan holding on pretty well in lane number 1, and Ethan right there with him in lane number 5, making their turn. Both Dylan in 1 and Ethan in 5 entered at no time, so it could be the first time they swam backstroke this season. Christian entered at 144.50. And Dylan looks like he's going to take the heat down here in lane number 1 with a pretty nice first time, about 137. That time is not correct up there. That is a soft touch. Somewhere in the high 137 to low 138. Lane number 3, Christian Klein at 140.17, and lane number 5, Ethan Terrell at 143.16. Up next is the varsity heat of the 100-yard backstroke. Jacob Olson in 2 from Rosemount, Nicholas Kaiser from Apple Valley in 3, Josh Soleil in 4 from Rosemount, Cole Armstrong from Apple Valley in 5, and Spencer Rudd from Rosemount in 6. Again, lane number 1 is empty. Spencer and Jacob first at the first turn in lanes 2 and lane 6, followed by Josh Soleil in lane number 4. Got a good battle for first place. They can't see each other in any way, shape, or form. Spencer makes that turn just a little bit ahead of Jacob by about 7/100ths of a second. Spencer looking pretty strong, but now Jacob takes over the lead in lane number 2. And from my angle here, looks like Spencer's now taking over the lead and is going to touch first in lane number 6 at 102.75. Jacob 103.04 in lane 2. Josh Soleil is going to touch third in lane number 4 at 113.08. Apple Valley in lane number 5. That is Cole Armstrong. He is going to take that 5th position. We're getting a lot of soft touches tonight, so I don't know if that 120.43 is correct. And in lane number 3, we've got Nicholas Kaiser, and that's a big-time soft touch, so we'll have to get the times later on. I don't know if they've got Meet Mobile working or not. I'm not positive on that one. Up next is 100-yard breaststroke, event number 22. There is only the varsity heat tonight. Lane number 1, Luke Klopp from Apple Valley. Lane 2, Dylan Everett from Rosemount. 3, Ben Fowler from Apple Valley. Lane 4, Brennan Worth from Rosemount. And lane 5, Evan Talashi from Apple Valley. Lane number 1 from Apple Valley, Luke Klopp. Lane number 2 from Rosemount, Dylan Everett. Lane number 3 from Apple Valley, Ben Fowler. Lane number 4 from Rosemount, Brennan Worth. Lane number 5 from Apple Valley, Evan Talashi. Good race going on right now in 3 and 4. Ben Fowler and Brennan Worth. Brennan out of that pull out there in lane number 4 takes about a shoulder width's lead. Ben is hanging tight with him in lane number 3. Third position right now looks to be lane number 5, and that is Evan Talashi. Final push here with a few yards left to go. This is going to be a close one. Ben takes a little look, but it is going to be 109.27. Brennan Worth in lane number 4. Lane number 3, 109.62 for Ben Fowler. That third position is Evan Talashi in lane number 5. Dylan Everett in lane number 2 at 125.10. And, sorry, that was the 5th position. 4th position, it's hard for me to see lane 1. 123.86, Luke Klopp. At the boys 400 free varsity relay. This meet's going to be done fast tonight, 7:15 Central Standard Time. This meets usually go till about 8 p.m. So this is good. Again, varsity only, 4 free relay. Lane number 2, Rosemount, Will Durfee. Lane 3, Apple Valley, Riley LeBon. 4, Tristan Timbers from Rosemount. 5, Nico Pearson, Apple Valley. And in lane 6, Evan Pettit from Rosemount. Got a good race here for first place between lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. After a 75, it is lane number 2, Will Durfee, followed closely by Tristan Timbers in 4, both from Rosemount. Will is going to take the first 100 there. Swimming next in lane 2 from Rosemount, Sawyer Smith. Lane 3, Bridger Cook, Apple Valley. 4, Rosemount, Josh Sikorsky. 5, Apple Valley, Cole Armstrong. And in lane 6, going into the water right about now will be Josh Soleil from Rosemount. 2 Rosemount 4 free relay teams starting to open up the event a little bit here. Lane 4 has taken over the lead. That is Josh Sikorsky. Sawyer Smith right on his heels in lane number 2, and tight on his heels in lane number 3 is Bridger Cook. Into the water in 4, Matthew Warwig. 2, Parker Pedersen. And in 3, Ben Fowler. Into the water in lane number 5 right now, Aiden Kale. Lane number 6, Josh Soleil finishing up the second leg. Matthew Ryman now into the water in the 3rd position in lane number 6. Matthew Warwick with a commanding lead out there in lane number 4. And Parker Pedersen in lane number 2 with a couple body length lead over Ben Fowler in lane number 3. Here comes Matthew into the water right now. In lane number 4 will be Evan Kinseth. Off he goes. Parker Pedersen finishing up in 2. Jacob Olson going off right now. Brady Chisholm in lane number 3 takes off in pursuit. Lane number 5 into the water, final leg. Ethan Terrell. And lane number 6, final swimmer into the water, Spencer Rudd. Evan from Rosemount finishing up here in lane number 4 at 3:34.58. Jacob Olson, Rosemount, 3:44.74. Brady Chisholm, Apple Valley, 3:47.26. Couple of swimmers still out there, one with about 30 yards left to go, one with 35 yards left to go. Lane number 5, again, Ethan Terrell. Lane number 6, Spencer Rudd. Spencer's making a run, trying to catch up here. I don't know if he's got enough real estate. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. He is going to have enough real estate, and he takes over at 4th at 4:23.00. Ethan Terrell finishing up in lane 5 at 4:23.63. Well, that does it for Rosemount High School Swim and Dive versus Apple Valley. Thanks for joining us. I believe the boys are away next Tuesday at Lakeville North, and then I think we're home next Friday. I think we have 2 meets next week. So join us again for the next home meet. I'll put it out on YouTube ahead of time so that you can plan for it. And again, my name is Carl Kinseth. I appreciate it, and we will talk to you soon. Hi, Andrew Michelson. Just saw your message. I'll catch you at the end. See you, buddy.